Hi, I'm Abhijit Mishra. I'm a technical architect with over 10 years of experience in software engineering. I'm showcasing a project named CodeAtlas, which will scan your Java-based project. Let it be Spring, let it be Play framework, let it be Word.x framework, Quarkus framework. It can scan any kind of project, and it will list out all the security issues and vulnerabilities which you need to fix, and which can pose a threat for your production deployment. It will also give you a very visual layout of how the data is flowing in your application and how the control is flowing in your application. So let's look at the features. So the project performs deep AST analysis, the syntax tree. We are using a plethora of syntax analysis tools, which will analyze the whole project, and it'll understand the full flow of the project, and you'll see visually how the control is flowing in your project, in the project, and it'll list out all the issues. Okay, it'll list out deeply, it'll read each and every line in your project, and it'll list out all the issues which are happening in your application. Okay. Now, framework aware, it understands the framework which is present, it finds out, and then accordingly it works. The scanning happens. It generates very good documentation, as you will see very shortly, and it's extensible for a complete Java ecosystem we are covering. Okay, so you can accelerate onboarding. Let's say a new person joins your the project. He will quickly see the flow, and he will understand what is going on. For example, I have scanned a 10 years old application here. If we click here, you can clearly see the graph here. Okay, and if I click on a node, and if I click on show details, it will show all the issues which are present in the application. It is showing all the control flow here, as you can see. You can see the package here, then you can see the packages, you can see the controllers, the entry points. Okay, so the entry points are here. One entry point is this was another entry point, and all that. So these are the API endpoints. Basically, this is a very old project. It's as old as 10 years old project which I have scanned, and I will also scan a recent project. As you can see here, it's clearly mentioning all the security issues in this entry point. If you go to another entry point, there are two security issues, as you can see. So these are the security issues. Critical security issue, which is it's complaining, and there's a medium security issue. So it will print out the reason as well. It will print out all the details which you want, which you need to fix. Okay, let's scan an application in front of you. So I have selected any random repository. I have selected from the internet, from the GitHub basically. So this is by Light Tech Consulting. I'll just copy this code, and you can test this project with any. You can test this CodeAtlas with any project. I have selected this out of just Google search. So let's go back to the application and type here. It will automatically find out the branches. The default branch is main. Okay. If you have a private repo, you can give a token here, but for now it's not required. I'll click on initialize scan, and you see the scan has started, and initially it will detect the framework. Okay, and then package discovery it will do, and it will so slowly progress towards all these phases. So initially we detect the framework, then the package, then the entry points. Now right now the agent is searching for the entry points. As you know, every framework has its own annotations and all that, and the way it works. We are also trying to identify all kinds of entry points, like let it be a worker microservice. It can be a microservice which has API calls, REST APIs. It can have Kafka listeners, producers, any kind of an endpoint. Okay. So it is searching for entry points. Then it will check for all the methods. It will generate documentation for all the entry points. It will analyze, and it will also, you can chat with the agent on the project. Okay, as you'll shortly see. So as you can see, after the scan is done for the external project which I just showed you, and he has one package which is demo.controller, and he has item controller, and he has another package, demo service, in which there are some endpoints. So seems like get item has a vulnerability, and it says missing authorization check. So this is the vulnerability it found out, and let's see delete item. So basically these are the entry points in the application: create item, delete item, get item, and update item. So all the details are here, in which file it is found. A framework is Micronaut, which is, it's correctly identified the framework as Micronaut, as you can see. And then the key steps, you can read how all the diagnosis and the risk overview. It gives you what exactly how the risk will affect your application. Okay, you can read the detail of the security issue here. Okay, you should it says you should have security, who can call this application. So basically these are the entry points, and you can also see the overall summary. The overall summary: project purpose. The purpose of the project is REST API using Micronaut framework. Okay, so it just does CRUD on an item object. Okay, so now let's go to the AI assistant, and let's talk on this Micronaut REST application and ask him what is the first issue I should target to fix in this application. Okay, so let's see what the agent replies. Okay, so it's given a good reply. I think based on the analysis, the first issue should target is authorization bypass on the item update, which has been flagged as high severity. Okay, so it's a very it's a very it knows your code base basically, and the recommended action also it's giving, add a secured role admin, something like that, so whoever can access, no one, you want to secure the access of the API, so that's what it's saying. Okay, so this is the CodeAtlas application project, which is a demo from my side to showcase my agentic AI capabilities. So yeah, thank you, have a good time.